Hi guys, Logan here with another video. Today, I got something cool to show you. This is the brand new for 2022 Crazy Create animated The Widow from Spirit Halloween. This is a super dope, super creepy, and a very interesting animatronic. This animatronic in particular has a very cool kind of a backstory to her that I really would love to share with you guys because I think it's really kind of interesting and kind of a funny story. So before we really get into the review, I want to talk about her. So, early on in the season when everyone is link surfing, trying to find those juicy new links to figure out what Spirit Halloween has in store for us, because not all of us like waiting. I'm guilty. I just don't like leaking them out publicly, Stucky and Bud. There were two animatronics with their names revealed. One has not been released just yet, so I won't say his name publicly. And the other one was Christine. It was Crazy Create Christine. And everybody was speculating on what it was, and a lot of people were saying, well, that's not an animatronic. There's no way that's an animatronic. I, the whole time, was like, no, that's got to be an animatronic. There's no way it's not. It's Crazy Create. You know, I don't think it's a hanger. It's online only. Because you can tell from the item numbers, it's an animatronic. And I told everybody, it's an animatronic. It has to be. And everyone was like, no, it's not an animatronic. I don't think it's an animatronic. People were saying it was a greeter, it was a doll, it was a hanger, it was a mask, it was a costume. People are saying it was a million different things, but no one was saying, oh, it's an animatronic. Everyone was like, no. Because it wasn't ANIM, which I think this one was 00081 or 87. It started with an 8. And I even compared it later on to other online-only anims and saw that the numbers matched. And I told some close friends who knew about her, I was like, this is an animatronic. For sure. There's no doubt about it. And everyone was like, you're crazy. It's not an animatronic. There's no way. Now, one fateful day, we get the teaser. We see her. And everyone's like, whoa, what is that? And we're all freaking out, right? Because she looked cool. I would say that she snaps her neck. And everyone is freaking out. And I say, that's Christine. That's her. That's who that is. Everyone's like, well, how do you know? I'm like, it just is. Trust me. It's not an inbox. It's Christine because we didn't see her. And everyone's like, no, it's not Christine. And one day, links start updating. And the widow's link, which was Christine's, updates. And it says, the widow. And then she gets her photos. And everybody lost their damn mind. So everyone was like, that's an animatronic? I don't want to say I told y'all so, but I told you so. So this, originally named Christine, for who knows what reason, I like the widow more, was kind of an interesting animatronic. None of us really understand why she had a different name, though my personal theory is this was a canceled animatronic that they brought back, and Christine was her original working name because the other animatronic was canceled, and the current name on there is his original working name, and it's being changed, just like the widow's was. So that's kind of my theory on kind of why those two had really weird names, is because they were canceled, brought back, and they're getting name changes. So it didn't matter. But it was really weird. So the widow officially stocked, I want to say last week. Yeah, I want to say last week or the week before. She stocked not that long ago. She's a bit late. The online onlys are now starting to stock. Rat Girl just stocked. Spike is on Amazon. She's here. Our last two online onlys have not stocked yet. So we're waiting on the last two. Or I say we. I'm waiting on the last two because I want the last two in particular. So The Widow is a really interesting animatronic because we've never had anything like it before. So she stands at, I want to say like 5 feet, maybe 5'5", and her head sits up straight, and she's a jump scare, but she's a really interesting jump scare. And kind of crazy to do something really weird. Her head snaps to the side. She snaps her own neck, and you can see right here, her spine is sticking out. There's some blood that flung up from the wound, like she ripped some skin. It is a really, really terrifying, just sight. Her face, that pain-filled, expression. You see her veins are just bulging out of her forehead and out of the sides of her face. And I like how they really didn't make her look super demonic, but she has the blacked out eyes. That's really all they did. But she looks, I won't say it looks like she's screaming. Spider laughing. But I think that she's screaming out in pain because she just snapped her own neck. Hi. I know the story says that she's a scorned woman, whatever. I almost want to say that she's a hanging victim because her neck is broken, or her she fell or she was pushed and her neck was snapped. Whatever it was, she has a perfect spot in my cemetery. Obviously, she's definitely dead because there's no way you're going to survive that. So I always oogle over Crazy Create because they do such a good job on detailing. I love how she's not just a pale white. They want a darker skin tone, but she's got these really, really harsh rings around her eyes. The wound on her neck is bruised quite a bit, which is a really good detail that they added. So good job, Crazy Create. Teeth are yellow, but they're not super filthy. They did a really good job. The dress is super simple. It's just a dark gray dress. It does have some black lace accenting, and then a really simple necklace. This is completely clear. The hair is pretty interesting too because it's more dense on this side than on this side. I don't know if they did that so if you wanted to have it over her face, it wouldn't hurt the neck, but it is a lot more dense here. And it is supposed to be styled like this anyway, so you can see the wound. And then she just have a hairpin. I brushed her hair out, so it's not as wig-like, because I didn't like how it looked. One little thing I don't like is just this right here they did across the head. I was not a big fan of that. A big fan of that, but it is what it is. I do like that the neck is in the actual head. It's not on the neck. It's just inside the head. The neck is really quiet as well, which is really nice. The arms are fully posable. You can pose them however you want. And the hands are pretty creepy looking. I just like how fat they made her palms. She has really fat palms. It's weird. Overall, she's a really cool prop. The assembly was a tiny bit confusing, though not as complicated as most Crazy Create setups. Though, and I say this with every Crazy Create prop, she definitely does not have a beginner assembly. Though it is better than most, it is still a little difficult. The knee bracket, which is right there, and the hip bracket, which is right here, were a little hard to attach. They just kind of overcomplicated it. Wasn't a fan of that. The underskirt was a little hard to attach as well, which you have to Velcro around the knee bracket and build it in and then Velcro it together. It's just kind of a whole thing. There was a lot less screwing in though, which I appreciate. You really only had to screw in her head. I think that was the only part I had to screw in was her head. That I can recall. Way easier than Skelly Bones. So I will take it. I will take it. But yeah, no, that's really good. She has one phrase, it's just laughing and then screaming and then more laughing. So I'll go ahead and plug her in. So we're gonna go into the darkness. Woo! Fun. All right. Pretty straightforward. That's really it. She's got a pretty quick assembly. She's retailing for $200, which I think is pretty reasonable for how big she is and what she does. She's got pretty good quality. I like her. I think she's super dope. I know she got a lot of people hating on her right now, which, whatever. People are going to hate on everything. I think she's super cool. I like her. So, I definitely recommend her. I mean, if you can get your hands on one, I definitely recommend it. I think she is still in stock. So, definitely try to get your hands on one while you still can. Yeah, that's really it. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below, and I'll answer it to the best of my ability. I almost forgot how to speak for a second. Anyway, guys, that is all for me. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.